Welcome to the socially distanced edition of Gold Stuck on Gadgets. Thanks to Ford for this beautiful South African face mask, and now that I've made sure that my cameraman Brian has maintained his social distance, I want to introduce you to one of the most amazing, because it is so surprising, new smartphones on the market. It's from a brand called Vivo, and we are used to Vivo looking like this and like this when they launch a new smartphone. These are mid-range phones, starting from the low to the medium level of the mid-range. So that's phones that cost from around 1,500 Rand to around 6,000 to 8,000 Rand. And Vivo has made a name for itself in South Africa as well as in various other markets, including India and its home market, China. The typical Vivo phone looks like this, quite beautiful, always comes with a protective cover, great value add from these phones. So that's what you've come to expect from Vivo, and that is why the new phone is so unexpected and such a nice surprise. It's the X50 Pro. Look at this box. The box itself is gorgeous. You can see that X that symbolizes this extension of the brand. And in a way, this is the X-Men of the Vivo brand, bringing together various superpowers that we've never seen on Vivo before, and in some cases never seen on a phone before. So the first Vivo unboxing we've ever done, because it's a box worthy of unboxing, for the X50 Pro 5G phone. Even on the inside, it has a premium feel. Let's take off the plastic. That sums up the key features, which is a 48 megapixel gimbal camera system we'll talk about in a moment, 60 times hyper zoom, we'll talk about that in a moment, extreme night vision, and 90 Hz 3D curved Ultra O screen. A little more to remove. And it looks like a fairly standard high-end curved screen, full display with no bezel. On the back, we can see the camera array is quite advanced. Let's just see what else is in the box first. So when we remove the outer shell of the box, again a protective cover, great value add. Every Vivo phone seems to have that. The usual accessories, cables, and then a very large charger, which clearly represents fast charging at a fairly high rate. It's actually a 33 watt fast charger. And then of course the standard earphones with nice little buds that pop right into your ear and don't leave you with the discomfort that you find with, for example, the standard earphones that come with an iPhone. So let's put that aside for the moment. Let's focus on the camera array. There are 4 lenses on the rear, very neatly arrayed, not too much of a bump on the camera. So it's a truly thin device, which normally wouldn't be too surprising, but when I tell you what's inside, you'll be quite startled. It's 8 millimeters thick, which is pretty much at the cutting edge, so to speak, in terms of smartphone thickness. But when you look at the lenses and what they can do, you realize that it's quite a technological miracle to have got it into that size. The main lens is a 48 megapixel lens with a gimbal system built in to the device, and that consists of a magnetic frame, a suspension bracket, and a ball bearing, which allows the phone to stabilize itself even while you're moving with the phone. And that's a first in a smartphone, which has bumped up the price of this dramatically above the standard Vivo mid-range phones. This becomes a true upper range flagship phone competing with the likes of Samsung, Apple, Huawei at their flagship levels, but in fact it takes the camera technology a step further. Along with the 48 megapixel main lens, you also have a 13 megapixel bokeh lens and then an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens that also gives you macro focus to 2.5 millimeters away from your subject matter. And then there's an 8 megapixel telephoto lens with 5 times optical zoom and 60 times hyper digital zoom. Of course, we know that digital zoom just magnifies the image that you're taking already, but if you're able to take a picture at 5 times optical zoom, you're getting real zoom, and then magnify that, you're getting an amazing picture. But the real magic of these lenses is when you start moving with the camera, and it stabilizes the image to an extent that was never possible before in a smartphone. So let's look at the front of the phone. It came about a third charged out of the box, so I was able to switch it on while showing you the cameras. That's the front display. As you can see, almost no bezel, a little at the bottom and the top, and a punch hole lens, 32 megapixel selfie lens. And it's a 6.5 inch display using Samsung's AMOLED HDR10 Plus technology, so equivalent to the best that Samsung is putting into their high-end displays. We're quickly zipping into the future, where I'm going to take a wide-angle shot of a Strelitzia bush and then zoom into a normal pic, and then we're going to do the 5 times optical zoom and take a photo of the Strelitzia flower. That's the still coming now. And then we're going to zoom into 60 times hyper zoom and take a close-up photo to show you the power of the camera. Other features of the phone include a 4350 milliamp hour battery, which is going to give you more than a full day's use in regular use. It also has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G chip, which is the equivalent of the upcoming Nokia 8.3 5G phone. And talking of 5G, it's also a 5G device, which is what we're going to expect from every new flagship phone or even semi-flagship phones coming out from now on in. This is an amazing device, given the size, given the feel, and also that texture, that matte metal gradient type texture, which lets you feel that you're using a premium phone. This is my new favorite device of the moment. Thank you.